Welcome to the Reed Report. Appreciate you guys taking this time to hear me out on a Thursday afternoon. Of course, here with some breaking news. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and also comment at the end. Kawhi Leonard will miss the start of the season out indefinitely. Again, with they're reporting that it's knee inflammation. Let's see, we have an article here from ESPN, but before we get into that, I don't think any of us really had any, high expectations for the Clippers to begin with because of the loss of Paul George, and even when they had him, it didn't amount to a championship. They did make it to a conference finals, and that was when Kawhi got injured in the second round early against Utah back in 2021. But here we go again. Kawhi Leonard out, and of course I'm not blaming him or anything, and I'm not even, like some people have said in the past, like, oh, he should retire. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying, like, wow, like, where do you go from here? Where do you go from here? Out again, and it's just like the 2019 free agency signing has just been a colossal whatever. It's just been a flop. It's definitely been a flop. New arena and things like that. Blew a 3-1 lead, but I guess that doesn't really matter because that was a bubble. But even after that, again, in great position in 2021. They got to the conference finals after they beat the top seeded Jazz in the second round. And that was for the most part, without Kawhi Leonard. But again, that season could have been their year. Most likely would have been their year had that not happened. Had Kawhi not got injured. But that's always the story, right? Had Kawhi not got injured, what would have happened? Now we hear a week before this 2024-25 season, and Kawhi Leonard is he's out again. And I saw this, of course, first on ESPN, and we can just read the article a little bit here as we go to it. Let's see, let me try to bring it over so y'all can see it. There you go. And this article is by Shams and someone else, collaboration. It says, Kawhi Leonard out indefinitely to start the season. Again, not really sure what the expectations were for the Clippers. I was talking to some buddies the other day, and when we list our top 6 teams in the West, we didn't, of course, we didn't have the Clippers up there. We don't really have any expectations for them. And even if Paul George would have stayed, who's also injured, but with a hyperextended knee out in Philly, but even had Paul George still been there, still would have been like, it's just a matter of when. That's just the sad case of it. When. But anyway, to the article, it says, Los Angeles, LA Clippers star Kawhi Leonard will be sidelined indefinitely to begin the NBA season as he rehabilitates from inflammation in his right knee, sources told ESPN Thursday. The Clippers and Leonard are in the midst of a rehab process for the two-time NBA Finals MVP that is amid at bringing sustainability for him on the court through the season, and the franchise will be diligent and cautious to ensure his fitness long term. I don't really think. Anyway, Leonard, who's 33, has neither played during the Clippers' entire preseason, which concludes Thursday against the Sacramento Kings, nor participated in any activity involving on-court contact during camp. And also, we do remember Kawhi Leonard was sent home from the Olympic team this summer. So this is something that just happened. I guess, did he get surgery or something after that? I don't remember, but y'all could put that in the comments for me if you remember. But I'm not sure. I forgot the reason he was sent home. I don't think he was cut or anything like that. He just left. Not sure. So, but because I thought he was good. That's why I bring that up. I thought he was good to go, but apparently not. So it says he He has not been a part of what we've been doing on a daily basis, Clippers assistant coach Brian Shaw said after Wednesday practice. I know the company line has been that we're going to be patient with him, so he's doing everything that he can to rehab it and strengthen that knee on his own with our medical staff, and we're just dealing with the guys that we have available. And there was it said that, I think, okay, so they said Kawhi has neither played during the Clippers' entire preseason, but there was a clip I did see earlier in the beginning of the preseason or training camp, I believe, where Kawhi Leonard was talking about how none of the young guys or anybody has stood out to him or impressed him. And again, I'm thinking all is good. But, and I just remembered James Harden is there. I forgot all about this guy. In Leonard's absence, James Harden, who feels more comfortable this season after having a full training camp with will be relied upon to shoulder much of the offensive load and be the team leader. He joined the franchise last year during an early season trade from Philadelphia and had to adapt alongside Leonard, Paul George, and Russell Westbrook. And that also brings us to another question about the Clippers. You know, we talk about James Harden not being happy in Philly. Before that, he was, he's been in Brooklyn. Before that, Houston. Now he's with the Clippers, his fourth team. And it's like, does James Harden care about winning? Well, like, what is the deal that he wants to leave these places? Because when the Clippers are struggling, and they are going to struggle, is James Harden going to request a trade? He does have a full, like I said, training camp under his belt with this team. But he also got that with the 76ers, and they went to a Game 7 against Boston. And I'm not going to get into that, but they did go to a Game 7. So this does bring up the James Harden factor as well. And is this going to be an issue now? Is he going to be asking for a trade? Because I completely forgot about James Harden. And even though I now remember that they have James Harden, guess what? Still don't have any expectations for the Clippers. Even if Kawhi Leonard was 100% and James Harden, we know what James Harden isn't capable of in the playoffs. But again, they also lost Russell Westbrook. We remember that as well. They lost Russell Westbrook. So let's go ahead and continue with the article. Russ, of course, went to the Denver Nuggets. It says, in Leonard's absence, James Harden, who feels more comfortable this season, ever relied upon much offensive low early, he trades it. Yeah, wait, I read that part. It says, with Paul George now in Philadelphia and Westbrook in Denver, Harden will try and be a playmaker for the likes of Zubac, Norman Powell, and Terrence Mann. Still got some pieces, but you can't help but also feel for Coach Lue, because he is a great coach. One of the top coaches currently in this league, and he just can't catch a break with these injuries. Can't catch a break. It says Harden has said that Leonard needs to take all the time he needs to return and be healthy for late in the season. But even when he returns and is late in the season, it is still always a matter of when is it going to happen, because it happened in the playoffs last year. It constantly happens. Again, I'm not going to say, hey, he needs to retire. Like, dude, you're a grown man. You do what you want. But it's just for the franchise, for the fans, you're just like, man, if we can't, how much more of this can we take? How much more of this can we take? So even, late in the season, I still would have very low expectations. It says Leonard began to experience inflammation in his surgically repaired right knee following a win at Charlotte on March 31st. He missed the final 8 games of last regular season and was limited to 2 games in the 6-game loss to Dallas in the first round of the playoffs. Leonard, somebody making fantasy football moves. Y'all better quit. Get out that waiver wire. Anyway, Leonard and the Clippers have gone through a variety of medical treatments to control the inflammation since the end of last season. Lawrence Frank, president of basketball operations, said that the start of training camp that the inflammation had gone down significantly since last postseason, but the team wanted to get the franchise star's knee to 100% and would take every precaution. I just don't think that's possible. At 33 and at this point in his career, I think 100% is completely out the window. But in Leonard's defense, when people do talk about load management, this is just more proof that Kawhi Leonard needs this more than anybody, because he has had these chronic knee issues for a long time. So I just don't like when people blame load management on Kawhi, because he has the medical records to prove that this is something that he needs. Finishing up here, it says, when asked whether he could have to deal with inflammation coming up for the rest of his career, yes, Leonard said that it is a possibility, but that the medical staff has got a better handle on it and is trying to ensure that it isn't the case. I think it's going to be the case. Speaking of 2019, it says Leonard, who sat out the entire 21-22 season due to a torn ACL in his right knee, has missed 179 of a possible 435 games since joining the Clippers in 2019. Wow. I wonder if that's including the playoffs as well. I believe it probably is. Probably also including the playoffs. It says he played in 52 regular season games in 2022-2023 after he tore his right meniscus during the 2023 first-round playoff series against Phoenix. Leonard played in 68 regular season games last season, his most since the 2016-2017 season, and averaged 23.7 points, 6 rebounds, 3.6 assists, and 1.6 steals while earning his 6th All-Star nod. The Clippers played the Phoenix Suns on October 23rd in the Intuit Dome, first regular season game of their, of course, new arena. Their new dome, which can seat a lot of people. Let's see what their schedule is looking like. But yeah, that's the story on Kawhi Leonard. Unfortunate one, but one that no one is ever surprised to hear. And the Clippers opening up. Like I said, they got Phoenix, but let's just see what they got to start the season. Here's their schedule right here. So they got Phoenix, then they go on the road for 2 straight games against Denver and Golden State. Portland, Phoenix again at home. So they got the 2 early home games against Phoenix in a week span. Oklahoma City, San Antonio, all teams right here except Portland, who, looking for playoff positions or, a contingency, at least make the playoffs. Philadelphia, they'll be awaiting Paul George's return. That's if he's even healthy to make his comeback. At Sacramento, they'll be out here. I might have to go to that game. Toronto, it's early. I'm not sure how long Leonard will be out. Oklahoma City, Houston, and 2 back-to-backs in Houston. Utah, Golden State, Orlando, Sacramento. Look at this schedule. Philly, Boston, Washington, Minnesota. Remember the start they got out to last year when they got James Harden? They were terrible, but they, of course, predictably picked it up. Minnesota, Denver, Portland, Minnesota again, Houston, Dallas. Oh, gosh, they got the Texas 2-step. Memphis, Golden State. Man, we are past, we are in December, almost in January, and we ain't even seen the Lakers yet. Clippers. They are the Clippers. Golden State, New Orleans, San Antonio, Oklahoma City, blah, blah, blah. When do they get to the Lakers? Okay, January 19th, their first game against the Lakers. I was just curious about this. So January 19th is when they play the Lakers first, and that'll be at their new dome. And then they got them again February 4th. The January 19th one is not on national television, but the February 4th is on TNT. And then they play them again. Man, they got wow. This little back-to-back, they got this 3 times. I'm assuming every team has this. Then they got the Lakers on ESPN on February 28th. And then March 2nd, not on national TV. Even the networks know we can't give them all 4. All 4 matchups cannot be on network television again because it's just not as what we wanted it to be. But anyway, what do you guys think about this? Did you even have expectations for the Clippers coming into the season? You guys let me know. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we will talk soon. Peace.